I want to start this video by saying thank you to anyone who's watching. I appreciate you interacting with this video, and I hope that you find some quality value and perspective out of this video. I kind of just want to ramble about what the past 6 months has looked like, felt like, been like for me, and being new to trading and seeing, the success pan out in the way that it has for me personally. About 6 months ago, I ended up discovering a YouTube video of this guy who is trading Forex, and he was teaching how to trade supply and demand on Forex. And it had interested me at the time because I had heard of trading in the past and it had always interested me, and I've tried it, but I didn't really ever try to learn or truly understand how to trade. I kind of was just going at it like, oh, well, this guy made 20k, so I can just easily come into here and do this. And of course, I would just lose money in paper trades all the time. And so, of course, for a while there, I just gave up on it and thought it was a sham. I thought it was just stupid. I was like, there's no way that anybody's making any sort of money out of a market like this. It's just not possible. And so I'd kind of just given up on the idea of it until I came across that YouTube video again, and it piqued my interest. It made me think, well, what if I really try to learn it and study it and give it a shot? I had never originally thought that I could get any money out of the market whenever I first started 6 months ago. But I wanted to at least give it a shot and know rather than never know if I could have potentially been a day trader. It would be cool. Who doesn't want to be able to make money anywhere in the world and travel and buy all these things that they want anytime they want? So from that point forward, I pretty much decided that I'm gonna give it an actual try this time, and I'm gonna, spend the next 6 months learning and see where it takes me. And it's taken me a lot farther than I honestly ever thought it would. I started reading books, which, I'm not a reader. I don't read books. It's just not my thing. But trading, I figured, hey, if I'm going to learn anything, it'll probably be from reading books about it. It's been around longer than me, so might as well. And I feel like that also helped a lot in the beginning, and just reading, quality books, going on Reddit and looking at, what are the best trading books to read, what can be actually of value somewhere. Around that time, I had heard of a prop firm that was giving out free 5K challenges for going through their academy. And I thought that was just perfect, because now I can go through their academy and learn how to trade, and then I can get a free challenge whenever I'm done, and I can try and trade with that and try and actually kickstart my trading, which, to me at the time was a great idea. And so that's what I ended up doing. I went through Top Tier Academy, which taught pretty much the basics of Forex and the basics of trading. And from there, I ended up passing it and getting my free 5K challenge. And so I went through my 5K challenge. I think I passed it in like 5 trading days. And then from there, I ended up at the funded stage and was thinking, oh, this is great. I'm gonna finally start earning some money. I'm finally gonna, see some money something coming out of the market. Like, this is it. And of course, the next 2 days, I got a big head and overtraded and blew the account. And that's how my first eval and funded went. And I laugh about it now because, like, it's pretty funny. Like, I got ahead of myself in that moment and thought that I knew everything there was about the market off of just, maybe a week's worth of actual learning. As many people have probably dealt with before, the market will take back lucky money very quickly. I got very lucky on passing my very first eval. It was cool to pass it, and to go from learning it and passing it within 2 weeks. My ego got the best of me, and I overtraded, and of course didn't understand the concepts and was really mad about it for a couple days, but we ended up moving on. Although I had lost my very first funded account in the span of, what was it, 2 days? I'd hit daily loss limit both days and just overtraded both days and kept pulling out of, winning trades and doing all these things that we probably shouldn't be doing. I'm kind of glad that it panned out that way, though, because it taught me that I don't know near as much as I think I might know at any given point. Even now, like, there's lots of things that I just don't know, and I'm pretty excited to be able to learn all the things that I don't know. I hope that there's never a day that I stop learning new things about trading. Around the time that I had lost my first funded, I had discovered futures also through YouTube and Reddit and just reading different forums and stuff like that, and watching different YouTubers talk about the benefits from things related to tax to just even price action and everything like that, how futures works. And it really interested me because I felt I couldn't perform that well even in my paper trading on forex pairs. It just didn't work for me. I'd struggled for a long time to understand how to read the market and figure out where I can enter and where I can exit with any given trade. And understanding what a strategy was, those were two of my honest biggest hurdles that I dealt with whenever I initially started trading and really diving headfirst into learning everything that I could, or at least everything that I felt I needed to based off of the strategy that I wanted to build. And after some time, I had understood that a strategy was just, simply put, a rule set of whether or not you're going to enter a trade, whether or not you're going to exit a trade, and whether or not you're even going to pay attention to the markets at, any given time. Around this same time, I had also discovered a prop firm known as TopStep. It is the prop firm that I'm currently with and probably will be for the foreseeable future. I love everything that they're doing over there at TopStep. It's a very enjoyable prop firm to be under. Around 2 months in, whenever I had switched over finally to futures, I had noticed that I was able to trade exponentially better. I was able to pull $1,000 days on the NASDAQ. I was actually catching trades that I wanted to, and my strategy was starting to come together and actually function the way that I wanted it to within the NASDAQ. It was much easier for me to catch trades, and that's why I still continue to trade the NASDAQ, so that way I can just know it to the best of my ability. Following my move to TopStep and really honing in on my strategy, around that 3-month time I ended up buying an eval with TopStep and passed that and took my first $1,000 payout. And at that point, around 3 months in, I had pretty much shown to myself, in my opinion, that it's possible. It's not gonna happen today, tomorrow, next week, but it is most definitely possible. There's gonna be times where I'm gonna blow accounts still. There's gonna be times where, I might blow an eval or something, or just have an over trade day, stuff like that. But, over time, as I develop, it's definitely possible. And I think that was all that I needed to know. It gave me the assurance that patience and time are the keys that I was missing most before whenever I've ever thought about trying trading, because before I would never sit here and try and learn it and actually understand it. I was just trying to rush to, I can make, 10,000 if I just do this right now, rather than, okay, let me wait a couple weeks, let me learn how this works, and then let me see if I can make, a couple thousand over, a couple weeks, something like that. Like, it made me realize that I need to slow down a bit and really lock in for the next couple months on what I want, if I truly want this to actually work for me, if I actually want to be profitable, you know, sooner rather than later, then I'm going to have to learn this, like, right now. And I think that's the key to success when it comes to trading, or at least for me personally, is just having patience and giving time to learn the things that I need to, and just realize that it's not all gonna happen tomorrow. And once I started realizing that, I started taking payouts. I started passing evals quite easily. I started, you know, actually being able to be funded and stay funded. I honestly will say, I urge anyone to go give it a try, do something different, try something you never thought you could do, and give it just maybe 6 months, see what happens. Just give it a shot. But also, at the end of the day, know that not everything is sunshine and rainbows. You know, I've had my hardships, I've had my bad days, I still do. To this day, I'm actually currently making this video while I'm on a loss streak this week. Trading's a hard and a difficult thing to do. It's not something that's easy to understand, and it's not something that you can learn in a day or a week or, you know, even a year sometimes, or a couple years. It doesn't really matter. It just depends on the person. Everybody learns at a different rate, and everybody travels across that journey at their own pace. But I will say that if you stick to it, it definitely, it can net you something. It's possible. It's genuinely possible to be profitable in trading. I mean, I myself have proven that to, well, me in the past 6 months of just doing it and giving it my all and learning every single last thing that I can, whether it be from trying to read books or trying to listen to, you know, quality podcasts or watching quality YouTubers, which I'll probably link a few, you know, down in the description, just for resources for people to go to, just because these are the things that have helped me and have started to revolutionize the way that I trade and the way that I go about it every single day. The past 6 months have been absolutely unreal for me, and the fact that it's changed my life. 6 months ago, I was kind of down and out, to be honest. You know, I was losing my apartment. I didn't have any way to really live, to be able to afford to pay off my debts, to be able to, you know, afford really anything. I was broke. And now, 6 months later, I have quite a bit more money than realistically I know what to do with at the moment. You know, it's changed my entire perspective of what's possible, given a little bit of time, a little bit of patience, and a little bit of energy. I really hope that this video, you know, makes its way to someone at least, and they watch this and maybe decide to start trading themselves, or they decide to finally start a business, or they decide to do 1,000,001 other things that people like to do, or that can make them financially profitable and happy with their living situations every day. If anybody has any questions or advice or anything like that at all, you know, please do leave a comment, and I'll get back to it. I appreciate anyone that's listened this far, that's made it to the end of the video. Anyone that honestly interacts with this video in any way, thank you. It means the absolute world to me, and I hope you stick around to see what I've got, you know, come some given time. I'm not really sure if I want to do anything like documenting trades and stuff like that, but I mean, if that's something that people would want, then cool. I'll give that a shot. Thanks for watching, and I hope I find you in the next one. See ya.